All right. So we've done the preview show. This will be a quick review on Sarrians, and then we'll jump into Papendal. I think I just want to start out looking at some times here from both days, men and women elite. Just look at their gate times and then in comparison to who's actually makes the main. Let's jump into the men's here, round one. So coming from the winner, Arthur Pollard, he had the quickest skate time, and he dropped that in the final. So doing it when it matters with a 2.464. Leo Garyan, he dropped a heater in the eights final. Came out nicely with a 2.480. Joris, he's up there now in third. His start in the semi-final, I think he came from the outside lane, so the pressure was on to get across, and he did it with a 2.487. Larson, no surprise here, always a quick starter. He got the fourth fastest time of the day. He actually pulled that in round one, so the very first lap, the 2.491. And Loris Eberhard, fifth, so running out that top five in hill times, did it in round one as well, 2.492. Jump into the women's now. Round one, Molly Simpson, quickest start. She pulled it in the final. Now this is round one, so she won round two, but still round one had the quickest time. Sale was closely behind her. Also, it was in the final. Zoe Clayson's in the final. Maylene Kelstrip, also her quickest start in the final. So the top four there of the quickest hill times for the women elite all done it in the final, which is quite impressive. And it would have been, it was tight to the bottom, so there's no surprise there. And then Peyton Ridenauer, she did hers in the quarter. For the men elite, round one, in the main, we had Arthur Pollard winning, Isaac in second, Sylvan in third, Cameron Wood in fourth, Mathis, Rago Richard, rounding out five, Loris Eberhard 6, Joris 7, Cedric Booty in 8. So Joris and Cedric went down. Tough crash. I mean, what a lap that Arthur Pollard put together. Had his quickest hill time in the final from lane one, led the lap, and just took it home. Take his first World Cup win. It's quite impressive. And big off season, I guess. It's good to see him get back to it. Last year for him, I think he was disappointed with. Last year for the French team would have been a lot. There's a lot on the line with the Olympics. I don't know whether he made it past the quarterfinal at all last year in the World Cup series. And then to come out round one, the pressure's off. There's that Olympic carrot that sort of dangles in front of you is gone now, and he seems to ride better without it. And then Isaac in second. I sort of knew he wasn't going to be pleased, only because of the way it went down. He's been training so hard to improve his starts, fix his starts when it matters, and his starts will look great. But then in the final, I think he said he hit the gate, so...
Good day. I was happy with how I went. I'm happy with second. It's not a bad result, but not happy with how I got it, Just smacked the gate down in the final. Was able to ride a good lap. Ended up second, which was good.
Again, it's a second place, but you're frustrated with it because you didn't do what you wanted to do. Sylvan in third, just doing it from lane 7. Animal. Cameron Wood fourth. Mathis Rago Richard fifth. He's starting to make a lot of these mains now. A few more, you'd think the French Federation would start to try and throw their jersey on him. Loris Eberhard, I think this is his first main, so good job in 6. And then, Joris and Booty. I think Booty went down. Joris just ran him over, so they had a did not finish. Flick back to the women's. Zoe Clayson's, she pulled out the win. Saya in second, Molly rounding out the podium. Then you went to Smulders, so Laura Smulders, Layla Walker, fifth, Nadine Aberhard sixth. So I think that's Loris Aberhard's sister. So that's pretty impressive. Siblings in their own elite mains on the same day. Maitland Kelstrip 7 and Peyton Rhino 8. I think notably we're missing Beth here. If I remember correctly, her quarterfinal looked like she just cruised to the line. I don't know whether she thought she was good. I think it was Layla Walker that actually just put a little lunge on. Just qualified. And that was in the quarter. And then so Layla, got fifth in the main. So just goes to show no matter what round, maybe just pedal to the line, lunge it out. Even if it's close, it might be worth it at the end of the day. Because you'd end up in the main, that's a great result. Yeah, Zoe looked fast. Sayo looked great too. I think it was like the semi-final. She had to come from lane 2 or something. She loves to be lane 1, but I think she pulled the whole shot there. I honestly thought she would have won after that. Just because the mental confidence that comes from coming out. You're in between two people at the gate. There's a bit of a squeeze. But she just trusted, backed herself. And won a semi, and then had lane 1 again in the final. But seconds, great result to start the round out. Round 2 on the elite men's side. What a lap by Sylvain Andre. Stayed patient, sort of got to a point in the track where he probably knew he was quickest, or his best shot was probably down that third straight and then up the inside of the last corner. So great move to go into the lead. Then Arthur Pollard second. I mean, not a bad weekend. First and second, red plate. Series leader has to be. Isaac in third. So this top 3 here is the same from round 1. Just throw them around in a different order. Theo, I might struggle saying that last name. But plate number 55, he did well. I think he's in that purple kit. Jamie O in 5th, Simon Marquardt in 6th, Eddie Cloete 7, Jeremy in 8 after crashing. I don't know if Eddie crashed as well. It looks like he might have. I think what's interesting, I've looked at sort of the gate times, quickest for the day, round 2. So Jamie O made the main, right? He got 5th place, okay? After jumping over Renker or avoiding that crash. I was trying to find him on the gate list. I kept scrolling. I was like, I've had to have missed it. You got to scroll down to 50th to find Jamie O's name on the gate hill times. So 50th down the hill. And he did that actually in round 1. So the rest of the day, he actually went slower out of the gate, but manages to make the main. It's pretty impressive. Just goes to show that it's not always the hill. You got to have the rest of the track too. Talking about women elite results now. Molly Simpson led the whole way through. Great start. Checked out. Pulled a gap. That was comfortable, and then just rode it on through to her first win. So it was good to see we had 2 new winners, Arthur and Molly. Bethany in second, cleaned it up from the day before. She would have had to been not happy with going out in the quarters. Delaney Vaughan, third, rounding out podium. I think that's her first World Cup podium. She'd podiumed last year at World Championships though. Axel Etienne 4, Sayer in 5th. I think Sayer actually posted that was that 5th place. She was on a streak of 14 consecutive World Cup podiums in a row. And that 5th place broke that streak. It's crazy. I didn't even consider that, but she posted it. Zoe in 6, Maitland Kelstrip 7, Talia Burford 8. Maybe her first main, I'm not sure. A good weekend. I think notably my biggest thing was Joris sort of not having his starts, at least the ones that he had last year, but then still having the dog in him to go after some positions, still make the main on day 1. Day 2, I think, just squeezed up in the quarter. Still was digging for it though. I think he posted he'll be taking a break from Papendal. He just wants to focus on Worlds now. I guess Romain as well was just... Day one was, you're like, oh, okay. Turn it around day two, and then day two, I just think, just in his body language, you could tell he did not want to be there at all. He's also made a announcement he won't be at Papendal. He's going to go just take time off, more time, which is fair enough. The mental strain that last year would have put on him with the Olympics, that whole French team. That French team I don't think was decided until World Championships. He'd won so many races the year previous in 2023, then carry that over, then finally you've done the Olympics, it's gone well, you got a bronze, take time off. And then I think, he came back this weekend and then realised, I'm still not ready. I just don't, he doesn't have a goal yet, I guess, or not. And if you're just up there aimlessly trying to compete down the hill and charge around the track with really no purpose, tough thing to do mentally, just because of the risk involved. So he'll be taking a break. We'll see him at Worlds, no doubt. Hopefully he can fire up then. But yeah, he just looked like he didn't want to be there, which is fair enough. I thought he would have just turned on for the home race, to be honest, maybe. But no bueno. Into rounds 3 and 4 now. Quick turnaround to Papendal. Couldn't be any more different of a track compared to Sarrians. Very wide open, and everyone loves to go there. Loves racing at Papendal. They all talk about it. It's like a staple on the World Cup scene. I think who went fast, it's just such a quick turnaround that whoever's sort of... Either it can go to one or two ways. You did bad, and that you're just uninspired now. And you think, I don't even want to, like Romain doesn't want to go to Papendal because he just doesn't have any dog in him at the moment. Joris won't be there. And I think that's just more so he just wants to avoid any risk and he really wants to win Denmark, the world champs. But you can go either, one or two ways. It's you did bad and it's sort of puts you down, and then it's hard to sort of turn back around in a week. Or you did bad and it just fires you up. You want to go sort of bounce back from that and learn from what happened at Sarrians. But I think it would be more so the same guys, same girls, definitely, having a run in those mains. Papendal opens up the outside lanes quite a bit now. I think, if you're looking at a guy like Isaac, for example, Romain's not going to be there, so he's not going to fight you for lane 8. Neek ain't back yet. He ain't going to fight you for lane 8. It would be interesting to see the game plan. But in my opinion, once he gets to first jump, he is the fastest guy to first corner. Maybe Papendal, we see him try go lane 8. We'll have to see. Just wind up, come across. Whether he will, that's why we watch. We wait for the racing. Sylvain's going to be great there. He's won there before. We'll see if he can win again. I think Pollard's going to be great there again. Yet again, those sort of podium guys have... The podium was the same both days in Sarrians. Just mix the positions up. And I think it can be the same. I think you're going to see a big Cam Wood's going to try and fight back now. I think he'll come back in a big way. He's done well there before. I think he got a second there in the past. I think I'll quickly touch on Ross Cullen. Maybe the quickest guy in Sarrians to not make the final. It's sort of a trend for him, I think. On any given World Cup weekend, he's the quickest guy that just misses out on the final. So I'm not sure what it is there, because he's a great starter. Maybe he goes lane 8. Who knows? I think he likes the outside too. So we'll see what he brings. Who else is there really to talk about? I mean, Mathis Raga Rashad, I think he was main on first day, and in the semi, out on the semi the next day. He's sneaky quick. Yeah, he's one of those guys that no one really talks about. I didn't even think about him last week. But Papendal, I think a wide open track will suit him better. I'm expecting Larson. Larson needs to bounce back, but this really ain't the track for him. I thought Sarrians would have been better for him. But I think the wide open track, he wants to get to the bottom of the hill first on a tight track and then hold it out front. But this ain't a tight track, so we'll see. Who else can we go to? I mean, the French, all the other French boys rode quick. I think, there was a lot in the main on day 2, I think, or day 1. No, day 2, I think. Majority French. So, but to look, I'd be looking at Jamio in Papendal for sure. He'll go outside. He's an outside lane type of guy too, I think, just being with his slower to the bottom of the hill, but ramps it up past first jump. So that'll be good to watch. Into the women, I think it'll just continue to be a Zoe, Saya, Beth, and then, all right, Molly's had a big off season. She's found consistency in her starts. Always been a quick starter, but it was few and far between, it seemed. Probably has gotten quicker down the hill and does it when it matters. So that's all you need. Laura will be in the main both days. Into a prediction. Okay. I think day 1, I think Pillard probably goes and wins again. I think he does. Put Cam Wood in second. In third, let's throw Isaac at it. Just because it's so wide open, that track. He's going to have such a good run on everyone. Day 2, I'd throw Isaac for the win. I think if he doesn't get his start sorted on day 1 of Papendal, he's going to do it. Day 2, he'll run for the win. I think you put Sylvan up there in second. And is there anyone else we can put on the podium? Let's put Jamio up there. That'll be his first podium in Papendal. Makes sense, right? The women's day 1. Saya's going to bounce back. She'll win. Beth will be there for another second. And then I think Classens will put it up in to the 3rd place. And then if we look at day 2, I think track like that, Beth will get one. I think Molly will throw her in second on day 2 and put Sarah at 3rd. And I think that'll be your podiums. All right, I think that'll wrap this up. I'm excited to watch the racing again. It's good to watch the elites get around the track. We'll just see who brings it. If it's sort of more the same, I got a feeling it's going to be sort of more the same as Sarrians, just in who's up there. But there's a reason we go racing, because it's not as simple as just what's written down on paper or what we can talk about. So should be good. I wonder how the turnout's going to be fans-wise. I don't know if this weekend in Sarrians was as big of a turnout from the fans as what it's been years previous, like in 2023. But like still packed out the grandstands, but it just didn't seem as lively as 2023. So we'll see what the Netherlands brings, whether everyone shows up and goes crazy or what happens. So anyways, that'll be it. Let's see what happens.